This is big breaking emergency news. A top United States military colonel has warned that the United States is going to come under major attacks. We could see major disruptions to critical infrastructure, and you need to be getting yourself ready and getting yourself prepared. Right, so let's dive into all the details here really quick, guys. Please just hit it up for me down there. Hit that like, hit that subscribe. I'm posting multiple videos a day, keeping you guys updated on all this big urgent news. All right, so we just got this major warning. This is from Colonel Gerald A. Mazur, right? And he is a top commander inside of the National Guard, and he's the commander of the Information Operations Support Center. All right, he's a top U.S. commander in the National Guard, and he just issued this urgent warning. Right, he sees what's going on behind the scene. He's warning that we are already being attacked consistently, and we could see even bigger ones coming soon, and that's why they're getting prepared for it domestically. The National Guard is right now. They're preparing for a major event to happen here, right? And if you remember, just last month, Biden activated Title 10 and federalized the National Guard in multiple different states, right? And one of these states we are now talking about today, Virginia, right? So let's get into this here. This is the warning. We have multiple different warnings here, actually, from multiple different insiders that are telling us what's coming next and telling us that we need to be prepared. All right, they're literally saying we are preparing for this. All right, and we are getting multiple different warnings. Let's get into this kernel here first. It says the Virginia National Guard and multinational interagency partners executed Cyber Fortress 3.0, a water management cyber incident response. All right, this just happened. They ran a major drill, and in the midst of this drill, Colonel Gerald A. Mazur issued this warning. Right, and they're warning specifically that we could see the water shut off. Right, the water could go out for extended periods of time, and that's what they're preparing for and getting ready for right now. So make sure you have your tanks filled up, water tanks. All right, we have a big 200-gallon water tank. We also have some smaller water tanks as well that are always filled. Right, have these things filled up and cycle them out, clean them, make sure they're staying clean. Our big 200-gallon one got all nasty, right, and had to clean it out every few months. All right, so stay on top of these things. You don't want to have nasty water in the middle of a crisis. But this is what he said, quote, this is from Colonel Mazur. He said, every organization and individual in the state is a target. He said, quote, we do what we can to prevent cyber attacks, but ultimately it's not a matter of if we get attacked, it is when we get attacked. He said, we need to be able to detect and respond swiftly to cyber attacks to restore critical services to citizens of the Commonwealth. Mazur said responding to cyber attacks is about training, building partnerships, and exercising the response process. Quote, that is why the National Guard is well suited to support the Commonwealth in a time of cyber crisis, and Cyber Fortress is just one way we prepare for that. All right, so he's saying it's not a matter of if we get attacked, but when. All right, he is warning these attacks are coming. And he said every organization and individual is a target. All right, this is a major warning coming from a top commander in the National Guard. All right, it says, here's another quote. It is becoming increasingly clear that nation-state actors are attempting to destabilize the nation's environment by attacking cyber networks to disrupt community lifelines through attacks on critical infrastructure systems, erode public trust through disinformation, and compromise the ability of the United States to defend the homeland and project power globally. That's what Sean Talmaid, the state coordinator and deputy Homeland Security advisor with their Virginia Department of Emergency Management, just warned of as well too. All right, and it says during the exercise, military and civilian cyber operators partnered with a county water authority representative to simulate the process they would follow to respond to and mitigate a cyber attack. This is another quote. It says, by bringing together cyber operations from the 91st Cyber Brigade, the Virginia Air National Guard, and more than 12 different federal partners and multiple state organizations, and 2 NATO partners and multiple utilities, the exercise provided more comprehensive view of the cybersecurity landscape and the potential impact of a cyber attack on critical infrastructure. All right, so they're getting ready. They've been running these drills, and the National Guard was federalized a couple months ago now. And they were specifically warning it's for a major cyber attack against the U.S. And they're saying that they need to federalize certain guard units inside of the National Guard to work together and coordinate against a major nationwide cyber attack. All right, that's what happened just in June, at the end of June. And Biden ordered that. All right. It also says that Cyber Fortress exposed uniformed personnel to evolving technology influencing the way the Army will fight in the future, including artificial intelligence and solar. All right, so this top commander is warning it's not a matter of if, but when. So you need to be getting prepped. You need to be getting ready. And they're also warning other utilities as well could be hit too, okay? This Verizon was actually a part of this exercise, okay? So they had water utilities, they had energy infrastructure, and also Verizon was a part of it too, because they are getting prepared potentially for a communications blackout as well, right? And just yesterday, day before yesterday, they were releasing continuity of government plans in Canada to all the businesses to prepare for businesses to be shut down for prolonged periods of time and to have major disruptions to the supply chain, right? That's what Canada was warning. And they were telling businesses to get ready now and to store resources, stock up now so they can be prepared in any type of event like this, right? They just updated it, their COG plans, and sent it out to all the businesses telling them to get ready, right? So multiple different fronts are moving, right? And we also just had all these military bases attacked. Think about it. We had an attack at a Texas military base just yesterday. And then we also had these attacks on these other military bases, right? And they were under lockdown. And they were actually having their water systems compromised. They were saying that there's sabotage going on at these military bases and they're under lockdown. And one of the main things that they're worried about is their water systems. Okay, so we could see this happen inside the United States. So make sure you have your tanks filled up. Get on a well if possible and have solar, have a generator, have some type of backup to keep those pumps rolling, right? Have a pond, something, have some type of external water storage that's not connected to the grid and the city water, the county water, because that can just turn off, right? Right now in Lebanon, nationwide power outages and blackouts, and they're warning people to stock up on water because the water pumps are all shut off. None of the water's working as well. something a lot of people don't think about. When the power's out, the water's out a lot of times too. Sometimes it'll stay on for a while because you'll have pressure, or the power is just out where you're at and the power is on where the pumps are. But if this is widespread, the power's not going to work. And like where I'm at, the water's not going to work. And the water doesn't work here. We're on a well. We lose that pressure pretty quickly as soon as the power goes out, right? So thank you guys. Please hit it up for me down there. It helps to get these warnings out so people know what's going on. We're getting these warnings from high level military personnel, and this isn't just, this is the National Guard, right? They're training for things to happen domestically. Okay, and just yesterday as well, I reported on a major cyber attack happened in Ohio, and the National Guard was deployed for that. Right? Go check out that video if you guys didn't see that already. These things are already happening right now. The US is being bombarded. And it's potentially coming to your neighborhood next, so make sure you're ready. Thank you guys. Hope you have big blessings for your life, your family, and I hope you have a big old blessed day.